today we have episode 4 of Build a Baddie, which is all about confidence. Issa Mindset. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shelby Gonzalez. Please check me out on my other platforms. Like, subscribe, check out the links in the description for more of moi. But without further ado, let's talk about some confidence, where I started with that and how I got to where I am now, with having nothing to do with my body and all to do with my mind. I wanted to list off the points that I had for you guys and then kind of dive further deep into each one. So first, talking about my past and my history, obviously going into talking about confidence and where I came from as far as my mindset goes regarding it. But number one, you can't wait to be skinny or wait to feel happy or confident. Number two, accept yourself for the looks now or whatever it is, your personality now, your laugh now if you're subconscious about that. Whatever the hell it is, accept that. Guess what? This is my face. I can't swap faces with somebody tomorrow. Two, stop caring what other people think. Don't take things personally. 3, who the hell are you as a person? Do you like that? And 4, cater your life and mind towards who you want to be in your future self, is what that is your best self. Whatever that looks like, cater your life, your day to day and everything that you do towards that best version of yourself. So I feel like the number one thing that I get about confidence is, Shelby, how are you so confident in your body? Your body. Of course I'd be confident in your body, your looks, this. And the first thing I want to start off by talking about in this video is that, one, I used to be overweight. So I kind of wanted to chat about like the feelings that I felt around that and then how I kind of felt now and how I got to where I am. So when I was overweight, honestly, truly, like obviously there was parts of me that felt like really, really bad. I hated every part of my looks, my body, not to mention during this time, I was probably just like a shitty human. Like I was just like a bad human. So I was not okay with who I was as a person and what I was doing. You know, I just wasn't okay with me in general. You guys know my past, you know that history of myself. So it kind of carried into that. Right. Now, when I was overweight, I did the whole shebang. If you guys know me in the fitness scene, I did the starving myself, the hours of cardio, things like that, because I felt like I needed to be super, super skinny to be beautiful. Now, since I am in bodybuilding and I have competed, if you don't know that, check out my fitness page. I've competed in NPC bikini, but I honestly, truly always wanted to be skinny. That was the goal. Skinny. I need to be smaller. I need to be skinny. I need to be smaller. I need to be skinny. I need to be smaller. I need to be skinny. I need to be smaller. I need to be skinny. Right? That was like, of course, you know, as a woman, that's like the thing, right? You just gotta be smaller. That's always it. May I mind you, I've been through quite a few bulking phases and things like that just to get muscle and gain weight, right? So that is so funny how I kind of think of my mindset, like as far as my body goes and my body goes and my goals go with that, is not necessarily anymore just to be skinny, because if we think about it, even nowadays everybody wants the big plump booty and the thighs and things like that, and that's not like skin and bones. That's not skinny. You work out and you grow that muscle and you build and you gain weight essentially because you want to build that muscle. Now, obviously, when I was overweight, I did need to lose the weight because I was overweight, right? But that's different than just, being normal and then being, skinny like that. We call it skinny fat in the fitness scene. Yeah, that's how I was. So I hated my body. I hated my looks. I cried about myself every single day in the mirror. Started picking about myself. So I've already been there, right? I've already had that, point. Now, when I did lose the weight, obviously I felt better about confidence in myself, but it wasn't necessarily just about that anymore. So when I first started working out and losing the weight, obviously I started building more of a routine for myself. I started taking care of myself, right? And working out, moving your body, and eating healthy is one of those things that makes you feel good on the inside. Obviously, it translates towards the outside, but that's exactly where I'm getting at. We know scientifically, right, that nutritious foods and working out and accomplishing things and doing a whole routine makes us feel better, releases those happy chemicals, right? So why would we not work out to feel better? So I feel like that also kind of translated into my confidence as Shelby, as a woman, right? Because I was doing these things for myself. Obviously, yes, the weight loss played a huge part into it, but it was because I was also doing things for me now. Drinking my water, going on little walks, and actually taking that time out for myself and catering towards my body. So a biggest tip, if you're in this position right now where you're really just like, oh, I hate myself, I'm not super confident, things like that, super timid, I've always been super loud. Hey, like my mom used to call me a ham in front of the camera because I was just always like that. Even when I was overweight, I was always still just like, it's me, I'm here. Like, I'm like, I guess you could call that confident as well. But I want to talk about a different kind of confidence when we get to that part in a second. Not to mention you guys know my history with the boys if you watch my relationship and friendship Build a Baddie, which is my last episode. Go check it out, episode 3. But, you know, being cheated on as well. Never thinking that I was good enough for these guys because they would always cheat on me. In every single relationship I've been in, I've been cheated on and lied to. So really just kind of also on top of that, growing up with the daddy issues and then being cheated on, I just never felt worthy. And I let men, you know, growing up control if I felt worthy or not. Which, again, we're going to get into, ladies. So if you feel like you struggle with that part specifically, stay the frick tuned because I also done that and I want to kind of get you guys straight on that and build a baddie as far as that goes because girls, we don't need men determining this nowadays, okay? Or at all, okay? I've been there, done that. We are not doing that. If you guys know, this is also a stone build a baddie. All of these are stone build a baddie. So real quick, we're gonna take a brief intermission. I know I need to clean my bong water. Shh. I actually just talked on Instagram about smoking weed and how it's 2022 and we just need to get over this, and maybe I'll make a video about that because I have a very, very loud mouth when it comes to weed. If you guys don't know that, then now you do. That's how I felt. I've already been there, done that with the feeling bad about myself and my body goes. I always felt like, you know, once I lose the weight, I'll feel better. Oh, you know, once I do this, and I can apply this to anything. Oh, you know, once I get the job, I'll feel better about myself. Or once I make this amount of money, I'll feel good. Financially free. The thing about this is that we can feel this now. And if you have the choice, which you do, why would you not? Right? Oh, you know, once I do get, why would you wait to feel happy and confident? Why can't you just feel the feeling now with a little bit of mind work? Right? A little bit of reprogramming up here. That's what I tell all of my clients when they come to me and they're like, you know, and their bulking phases or the reverse sites when they have to eat more. Why would we wait to feel happy and confident? If you want to feel those feelings now, you can. You just have to do the mind work with it. So all my clients, you know, you really have to kind of drill this down and practice this kind of stuff every day in order to really feel this stuff. I can tell you, give you, even if you're watching these YouTube videos, these build a baddies, and you're really trying to get some knowledge out of this, absolutely, but you have to apply this stuff. You can't just listen to this and think you're going to feel better after that. You have to actually do these things, right? And these things I will chat with you about, but so yeah, that's kind of my history. I've been there, done that. You guys can already know if you're watching this video, you know that you're watching this video for a reason. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I deal with what she's dealing with, or I want to hear what she has to say about this, I felt the feelings you're feeling. I don't need to go more in detail, I feel like, because it just sucks. You know, crying about your body every single day. I literally remember going to try on clothes, jeans specifically, and just crying in the dressing rooms after dressing room because I just didn't like the way I looked in any of the things, and it was just torture. I was just torturing myself. Not to mention, when we were growing up and, you know, especially nowadays, my frickin' God, it is just you're comparing yourself and you don't feel good going to high school, comparing yourself to these girls and all this other stuff. And we grew up a very early age. We started telling ourselves negative things. Even if you have childhood trauma, I'm sure your parents would, if you had childhood, you know, a bad home, you started very early hearing, you know, negative things about yourself, which is why we grew this subconscious of I'm not worthy, I'm not confident, whether it's your looks, whether it's your success, how smart you are, things like that. You know, a common thing I feel like when you're a teenager in a strict household is when parents tell you, you know, you got to get good grades and all this stuff, and you're dumb and you're stupid if you don't, if you did grow up in a negative household, you know. Of course, nowadays you're going to think you're all these things because you were only ever told that as a kid. You know, growing up when I had these boyfriends and stuff and they would cheat on me, I felt so worthless. I only ever told myself it was my fault. I was fat, I was ugly, there was something wrong with me. So of course now, fast forward years later, I still think these things because that's all I ever told myself. You guys, when you talk so negatively to yourself, of course you're going to think negative things about yourself. You're not going to be confident, let alone be confident when you walk into a room to go talk to a boy or a girl or whatever the hell it is. You're not going to be confident at all. So, tip number 2 is to freaking be nice to yourself, you guys. Like, it's law of attraction skills. The more that you, what you're giving is what you're going to get. So if all you're giving is negative to yourself, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so this, I'm so that, all you're going to get is more of those feelings and thoughts. Why the hell would you do that? I understand, you know, you might not believe it. If I tell you to go do some affirmations, look in the mirror and call yourself beautiful every day, and you really just genuinely don't believe it yet, I get it, sister, but keep doing it. Law of attraction, keep fucking doing it. Like, you're gonna believe that eventually the more you tell yourself that. Just like we program the negative thoughts and feelings and beliefs, we can reprogram those. Stop believing that bullfuck shit, because that doesn't feel good, and start believing the good positive shit that does feel good, because why would you not? You see my points? So yeah, that's kind of my, how I first of all started off kind of thinking a different way is I also started talking to myself more positively. I was like, so if you're telling me you're doing one thing one way for so long, talking negatively to yourself, and now we're here where we're feeling so unconfident and so subconscious, right? Don't you think we need to change something and talk nice to ourselves? I mean, some of this is kind of, let's think logic. I always like to say this sometimes. Of course, there's a time and place for emotion. There's also a time and place for logic. But when we take the emotion out of some things sometimes, it kind of makes just more sense. Like, it just makes logical sense. You know, okay, talking so mean to yourself hasn't worked, obviously. Let's try saying some nice things to ourselves, encouraging ourselves, right? Okay, so cycling back to, which has to do with my second part of this video, taking things personally. Now, if you guys know me, you know I love the book, The 4 Agreements. Where is it at? Love this book. I have in my living room. Actually, I'll go show you guys after we're done chatting. But I have all the 4 Agreements on my wall. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz. But it's such a good book. I live by all of these 4 agreements, and this one has to do with this video. I want to chat with you guys briefly about it and share a few passages from the book about this in there. But what the second agreement is, don't take things personally, you guys. Okay, so cycling back to, like I said, when we were growing up and people were telling you these things, and let's say you got bullied in high school, so this is why you have the belief that you are not subconscious, or you're not self-confident, and you have all these, you know, things that you say to yourself that are very negative, right? So someone told you that once, and now, especially nowadays, now when you're looking for self-approval, you have a big ego issue, you are looking for people to give you compliments, secondhand validation type of stuff, or outside validation, which is getting a validation that you're worthy and all this stuff from other people, although that's all within. You can only ever feel that genuinely, truly within yourself when you believe it. Is that when we don't take things personally, I'm going to share this passage with you. It has such a big impact. Here, so whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Nothing other people do is because of you. It is because of themselves. All people live their own dream in their own mind. They are different. They are completely different. They're in a completely different world from the one we live in. When we take something personally, we make the assumption that they know what is in our world, which is literally impossible in our own separate heads, right? Where you're this person and then this person right here, right? We have no clue. That 100%. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. Don't take anything personally, because by taking things personally, you set yourself up for suffer for nothing. When we really see other people as they are, without taking it personally, we can never be hurt by what they say or what they do. Even if others lie to you, it is okay. They are lying to themselves because they are afraid. If you keep up with this agreement, you can travel around the world with your heart completely open and nobody can hurt you. Oh, that just sounds so freeing, right? You can say, I love you without the fear of being ridiculed or rejected. You can ask for whatever you need. So that's just a passage from the part of the don't take things personally in the book. But I wanted to apply that here because I feel like it's super important, especially nowadays on social media, you guys. I totally get it. I'm down here in this Houston scene with all these fitness influencers, and trust me, I've seen and felt and heard it all. With the, comparing yourselves to other people online, with people saying certain things about you. Maybe there's comments. I'm in it, so I get all the comments all the time about my nose, about my voice, about my fake boobs, about the way I look, about the way I do this, about the way I sound, what I say, oh this, oh this, oh this, oh this. This is the exact reason why I don't take it personally. They have their own complete version of themselves in my head, and I mentioned this in my previous video that as long as I know I'm good, right? I'm okay. Shelby, how you doing? You good? You good in this department? Did you do anybody wrong? Are you okay? Like, how are you checking off your boxes? Do you like where you're going in life? Do you like your mindset? Do you like your qualities of yourself right now? And if all those things check, okay, this person's opinion has nothing to do with me because they have their own little shebang going on up in here, right? Nobody knows exactly what nobody knows in your own mind, right? I could be speaking French in my head and you're speaking Spanish. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just a completely different language. You're not going to understand that. So I wanted to share that part with you guys because I thought it was important to, like I said, just this day and age, because it could be so easy to take things personally and get wrapped up in other people's things and what they say about you and what they do to you and people hurting you and all these things, and understand that people come from a place of hurt themselves. Oh, everybody's been through something. That's what I kind of try to do and meet people in the middle, although sometimes it's hard because people fuck me up sometimes, people did me wrong in my opinion, but I can't, take that personally because I need to move on and make sure I'm okay. If them. But I gotta make sure I'm good. I can't get wrapped up in this and what they're saying about me and what people are doing about me, because I love my life. I love what I'm doing right now. I love what I post on social media. If you think I'm too whorish because I have OnlyFans, well, that's fine. I love it. I love having all these. You could say that about anything, as long as you love it, you're happy. Just don't care what people think about you, or if you're gonna look silly for making a fitness page. I remember when I first started my fitness page, that's what I thought, and now I'm very successful online coach and all these things. It's been awesome. But don't take anything personally. So, not taking anything personally, moving on to who the hell are you as a person, and do you even like that? So I wanted to kind of talk about this because you guys know I grew up in a very broken past. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'll tell you front, I was not the best person in the world to deal with. I was kind of a shitty daughter to my mom, shitty friend. I was dealing with my shit as a teenager. So I hated myself. Now, what I mean by that, let's remove looks from all of this confidence talk. The only reason why I wanted to talk about the looks thing is because I feel like I said, with social media, people think all confidence is looks, and how skinny you are, and how big your boobs are, and how big your butt is, and your lips, and all this crazy stuff, and you have to have these things to feel confident and do this. Confidence has absolutely, for me, and I'm going to tell you why, has nothing to do with what I look like. Like I said, so when I felt shitty about myself obviously in my looks, I felt shitty about myself as a person. And it all started with how I treated other people and how I treated myself within, right? My mom, people only told me that, I was a deadbeat, I was a shitty person and all these things. So that's what I believed, right? I started telling myself that because I genuinely, did things that people would consider not the best of people. And I changed who I was as a person when that life event happened to me. I've previously talked about it in a few videos, you can look back. But I changed my life as a person when that happened, and I started treating others differently, which really made me feel good as a human, obviously, because I made closer connections with real people that knew I loved them this time. Really knew I loved and cared about them, which helped me feel better as a person. And I started treating myself better because I started getting nurtured and cared for also as a friend. I've talked about it in my friendship Build a Baddie episode, because, you have to be able to give people to get that love back, right? Not saying, it was outside validation, but, I needed those friends. I needed some people in my life. So hating myself as a person and really changing, my actions and my thoughts and my behaviors, like I said, just really turned me and really made me feel confident. I was doing good things. I was doing good things for people. I was helping people. At this time, I think at this maybe point in my life, I was the GM of Planet Fitness, and I was a really good manager. I remember I was a really good manager. I could never not deny it. I was really hard. I've always been such a hard worker as a server, even when I was a server, and then I started personal training, and I helped people lose weight, and that made them feel really confident. It made me feel so good as a person. I helped so many people, genuinely, truly, and I was giving back to the world. I remember feeling like, finally, I'm giving something positive back to the world instead of feeling shit every day and hating my life and not wanting to be here anymore. I'm giving back. So another thing I wanted to say about this is that, give back and, do good things. Be a good freaking person. It's the basics of life, and being a human freaking being is genuinely being a good person and doing those things. And then in turn, as I said, law of attraction, right? What you give is what you get with everything. So I started feeling better about myself as a person, and what I did. So that kind of made me feel, that's where I get the baddie, I guess, from, because, I'm I'm 22 years old, and I'm a really successful entrepreneur. I've been able to build myself up from the ground the fuck up. I've always hustled. I've always made money. I've always just been, I've had my people and really been loyal to people. I've always been, now years later, after those teen years, I was a good fucking person. I know that with my heart and my soul, I can say that. I don't lie. I really stick close to my people, the people that I don't like or have issues with, we just try we don't do anything about that. It just kind of stays far away. I don't cause any problems. I can say genuinely, truly, deep down in my heart, I'm a good person. So ask yourself that, right? When we're talking about confidence, do you really, in your core soul, with your values and your morals, what do you think about yourself? How do you think about yourself? Are you working every day towards yourself to work towards your dream life? When you sit here and say, I feel like shit because I'm not doing anything with my life. Well, are you doing anything with your life to do anything with your life? I know that made sense to you. I'm looking at you in the face right now. I know that made sense to you. You know what I mean? You can't sit on your ass and manifest a dream life if you're not doing anything I'm a hard worker. I'm going to get my stuff together. That's what I'm going to do. And that makes you feel good, guys. You baddies out here, come on, let's get it together. And seriously, give back to the world and do what you want, whatever it is you want to do, whatever makes you happy. And going back to, don't take things personally, whatever the fuck that is. Like I said, my OnlyFans is so successful, and everything that I do, whatever I post on social media is so successful that there's no doubt in my heart, my mind, that I love what I do. I love my content. I'm very happy with where I'm at in my life. I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck what you think about it or what anybody thinks about it. That's where I get a lot of the confidence, and then it turns into everything else. I'm so happy with my looks and how I feel when I'm in any outfit, and how I feel with my moods and feeling like this, talking to anybody, because that's how I feel in every other aspect of my life, and it all comes together in terms of literally just going to the clubs, looking good in an outfit. Like I said, it can kind of just turn every aspect in your life, like a domino effect. So feel good about who you are. Go out here and chase whatever the fuck you want to chase, and attract, whatever it is you want to attract, and really truly give back to yourself and treat yourself like a fucking queen. Like, you're not gonna feel confident and stuff if you're treating yourself like shit. Let's get up, girls. Let's go get ourselves tanned. Let's go get our nails done. Whatever it is, like, make yourself feel good and feel confident. Like, whatever, like I said, whatever that means for you. Do your things. Do your things. And another thing about that is that you have to, if you want to feel this certain way, right? Let's say you want to just feel like this confident baddie, like nothing can hurt her, she's unstoppable. You have to be that way to be that way, right? Like, for example, a way of manifesting is, for example, if you want to go out here and chase your dreams on YouTube and really become a successful, famous YouTuber, famous singer, whatever it is, you have to be that role. Cater your life, your day-to-day, what you do, everything, for your job, for your every single aspect of your life, towards that future self, towards that dream self of yourself. And then that's going to make you obviously feel that role. So if you want to feel confident, guess what? Feel confident. Wake up, say, I'm a confident bitch. Like, I'm confident. I'm not gonna let these negative feelings do this to me. I'm too cute for this. I'm too pretty for this, to whatever, and then kind of roll with that. You have to cater towards your life, towards who you want to be, or you're not going to be that person. And when I be that person, when am I going to be that person? How am I going to be that person? You can be that person now. It starts now. A way of manifesting for me, let's talk about money, for example. A way of manifesting and an affirmation that a lot of people use, it's like the number one that I use a lot too, is saying that even if you aren't, saying, I am a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm gonna act like it. I'm a millionaire. That's how I am. I'm a millionaire. And I'm lucky. I get whatever I want. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's remind ourselves of that. I'm gonna do a separate video on that, because that is so important. I feel like we feel bad for getting whatever we want. You guys, go check out my TikTok, Shelby Gonzalez, 2 Z's at the end. But I made a video on how I felt like it was just so crazy how I come on here. I'm this cute blonde. My nails are pink. Everything's pink. My lashes are big, and I got big boobs. But I have probably the most broken past that you could know of. And people would make the assumptions, oh, with daddy's money, oh, she gets everything she wants. Yeah, because I worked hard for it, and I don't even have a dad. So I think it's just so funny how people can just make those assumptions about you without. That's why I don't care about them, because I know they're false. Like, I know people don't know me like that, so I know what people say is surface level. That's just what they're feeling and what they're thinking. Circling back to that part, but. Getting yourself, and just acting like, your future self that you want to feel like. You want to feel like that, you can feel like that way now, and make yourself feel that way now. By taking care of yourself, like I said, with doing whatever that means, it looks like for you, getting your hair done, lashes done, whatever stuff, working out makes you feel good, eating healthy, and there's many resources for you guys to do this stuff. I don't want to hear the excuses of, I just don't know what to do. I already made a video on telling them what to do. I already told you what to do. I'm telling you what to do now, honey. Do it. You want to feel this way? You want to be this person? Let's get up and do it. All right. There's no stop. Like, be unstoppable. Like, keep these promises to yourself, because that will always make you feel good too. But, and also, saying affirmations, a big thing for me is, I'm a big affirmations girl. Redirecting your mindset. The second you start spiraling in the morning about how, oh my gosh, I feel so fat today. Oh, I look so ugly today, or da-da-da-da. Say, okay. Let's breathe. Okay, no, I'm not fat and I'm not ugly. I should not be mean to myself. And then replace it with, it's called limiting beliefs. Replace it with a positive thing. I'm beautiful and I look great in my outfit. And give yourself compliments, right? I say affirmations every single day. I write multiple affirmations. I have affirmations. I am right here on my wall. It says, I am, filled up whole pages with all that stuff, right? And then I write it in my journal every single day. I write at least 10 affirmations every single day in my notebook, every morning. Make yourself feel good. Like I said, law of attraction, whatever you put, whatever you're going to get. Okay. And then another thing too is getting to know yourself and being comfortable with that. Like I said, being, not liking that past self of me, I had to forgive that part in order to move forward. So I had to forgive that, okay, that's not me anymore. I don't even associate with that version of Shelby whatsoever. That is not me. Like, that is not anything close to how I act now, how I talk now, who she is at all. Like, I don't even know her, right? But get comfortable with yourself and ask these questions. Really allow your true self, and whatever that means, true baddie self, whatever the heck, true confident self, truly allow those things to shine. You're really good at singing. You're really good at this, and you love that about you. You love your eyes, you love your body, you love the sensual, you love whatever, your tattoo, I don't even know, whatever the hell it is, really capitalize on that with you. Man, my booty looking good. Like, really hype yourself up, ladies. You can't rely on other people to do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself. Of course, yeah, when Zaddy says something about you, thanks, Daddy, but don't rely on the other people to make you feel this way. Like, that gives them the power to make you feel a negative way. And why would we do that? Let me know. Why would we do that? Right? So, yeah, really, like I said, hype yourself up and give yourself those compliments and those good qualities that you really want to talk about. I mean, it's down to the little things. Like, when I'm in the morning, I'm just hyping myself up. I'm listening to music. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm giving myself compliments. Down to when I walk into clubs, y'all. Here's the thing. When I walk anywhere, people automatically don't like me because of the way I look, because I get attention, because I don't know, this, that, and the other, and that's has all to do with them, and I know that, which is why, again, I don't take anything personally. I walk with confidence. My head's held high. What's up? Who's saying hi to me? Hey, how we doing? Where's the drinks at? Where's the liquor? Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Sally, how we doing? Hey, right? Pop out. Like, say, make yourself notice. My presence is a blessing. My presence is, like, having my attention. I made a story about this. Attention is currency. Don't just allow your attention and your time to be given, taken, and fiddled with whatever do. And when it is fiddled with, make it be worth your time, worth your while. Have a good time. But be confident, be friendly and social and things like that. I feel like the biggest thing for me this year was really meeting a lot of people and being social and being, in the scene. I'm huge on social media. Now, and I feel by putting a lot of my focus into it, so I have to be that way, and I feel like it's just helped me become more comfortable with myself and knowing more about me and Shelby and how I am, and my behaviors and what I love about my characteristics as a person. I'm loud, I'm laugh, I'm funny as fuck, I'm like a good time, all these things, and really I capitalize on that. And since I feel like also too, when I talked about the body stuff earlier, I feel like all we ever talk about is bodies. Why do we always forget how creative we are, how good of a mom we are, how hardworking we are, how funny we are, how all of these things are? Why does it always have to be such, like, being confident around our body? Why can't it be, us as a human, deep down in our core self? When you close your eyes and I'm having a conversation with you, you can't see me, I can't you. I would love to do that, like a study like that, or just I wish there was like a bar like that where you couldn't look at anybody or something. I don't know, and just have like conversations with people without looking at them, and see who would really like sticking in a conversation with you, and see how much that would matter. You know what I mean? That's just so crazy to me how, it's just our outer shell. We're all the same, and we all have this deep down soul in us, and it's just, we're so much more than this outer shell. We're so much more than this body. And really truly knowing your worth, and really truly knowing how awesome and powerful you are as a human being being put on this planet, I think is so important when it comes to confidence, because you know deep down how good of a person, I'm here for a reason, baby. I'm here just to leave an imprint on these people, and that makes you feel good, regardless of what you look like, right? So that's kind of how I got confident, I guess. Practicing my affirmations, really practicing being a good person, and truly loving myself and loving what I did for my work, loving how I felt as, truly making myself happy, and asking myself, Shelby, what are your wants? What are your needs? How can we cater towards your wants and your needs so you can feel good? And then that, again, kind of translated in how I'm confident now. I don't let nobody's opinion, and nobody say nothing to me about how they feel about me or nothing affect how I feel towards me, because I know deep down I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. I know I'm powerful in this world. I contribute good things. I'm not a bad. You can't say nothing about me, about my looks. I don't care. I love them. I'm so beautiful. Deep down, truly, I think I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. I know y'all don't think that. Somebody don't think that. Somebody might think that. Somebody don't. To me, though, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. Right? To me. And that's where you want to be, right? I know my imprint, and I know that. I know Shelby. I know she's awesome, right? So, you know, practice these things and truly get to know yourself and kind of, you know, really kind of revamp your mindset towards the whole confidence thing and kind of look further, deeper, way deeper than this outer shell, like I said. So hope you guys can take some of these tips and tricks and really let that true baddie shine, y'all. There's so much more than this. Like, come on. Let's stop feeling like this shit. I'm tired of that. I'm so sad. I remember like feeling the way that y'all felt if you're watching this video and you're feeling these feelings that I described at the beginning of just feeling so shitty about yourself and crying and not feeling good. We don't deserve to feel that way. Let's go. City girls up. Let's get this done. Like, feel good. Like, it's feel good to feel good. You'll contribute so much more when your cup is full to other people as well. So think about it as well that way too. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, took some from it. Let me know what other Build a Baddie episodes you'd like to see. I have a few upcoming that I'm excited to share with you guys. I also really enjoy sharing you guys with my past and how I felt and kind of how I built myself from the ground fucking up by myself. So I hope you guys are doing it too. Leave a comment down below. Support me. Like I said, please like, subscribe. Your guys' support is more, like, helps so much more than you ever know. Check out my links and descriptions on my other social medias, and I will see you guys for the next video.